Some games get sequels. Skyrim got 12,000 mod lists. It's been 14 years since launch, and somehow, Skyrim is still one of the most played games in the world. But let's be honest, no one's playing vanilla Skyrim in 2025. They're playing total conversions built on top of it. Modding Skyrim today isn't about fixing bugs or tweaking a few spells anymore. It's about replacing the entire game, turning it into a Soulslike, a survival sim, a next-gen RPG, or something far stranger. And that's the problem. There are too many mod lists, too many promises, too many 30-hour downloads that crash on launch. So today I'm cutting through the noise like a hot knife through butter. These are the best Skyrim mod lists to play in 2025. From the ones that feel like full-blown remasters to the ones that belong in the recycling bin. I'll break down what each list actually does, who it's for, and drop it on a traditional S to F tier list with no fluff. Oh, and there's a mod list that deletes almost every NPC in Skyrim and replaces them with a Dark Souls inspired boss. We'll get more to that later. Okay, let's get this out of the way as well. Some of you are going to hate my rankings, and honestly, that's kind of the point. These are just my opinions based on actually playing every one of these mod lists, not just reading the features, not just watching trailers, playing them. If you think I missed something, misjudged something, or you just flat out disagree, good. Start a discussion in the comments. I'll be reading and responding to every single one if they are respectful. Maybe you'll even change my mind. Gate to Sovngarde opens us up strong. This is vanilla Skyrim, refined until it really shines. No crazy mechanics, no lore-breaking nonsense, just deeper AI, deeper dialogue, smarter quests, and environmental upgrades that don't scream modded. Just more Skyrim for your Skyrim in the best way. When it does transform the game, it's things that you could imagine would have been right at home in Skyrim already, such as backpacks, and that's what makes it brilliant. If you want Skyrim as you remember it, only better in every way, Gate to Sovngarde is gold standard. Easy S tier spot for me. Apostasy is Skyrim but surgically enhanced. It feels like a 2025 action RPG, dodging fluid animations, cleaner menus, smarter enemies. It doesn't add dozens of quests or faction overhauls, but that's what feels right here. It's tight and intentional. The only drawback, it's a bit hardware hungry. Still, if you want gameplay first immersion that feels modern, Apostasy lands clean in A tier. Wildlander isn't about dragons. It's about firewood, disease, and desperately trying not to freeze to death before sunrise. It's a survival sim with RPG elements, and it's impressive, but also exhausting. There's strong faction work, realistic AI, and dynamic reputation systems, but casual players will bounce off of it hard. If you love slow, immersive survival, go for it. It's the best de facto survival-heavy mod list in this video, but for everyone else, skip it. C tier. Lorerim doesn't hold your hand. It shatters your kneecaps and tells you to get stronger. This is Requiem fused with modern combat, animations, and systems that demand respect. Quests are deadlier, dungeons are slower, progression is real. Even Radiant quests feel like actual jobs. Clearing that bandit camp is no longer a little walk in the park, but a fight you really have to prepare and plan to take down. Even cities and forests feel handcrafted, denser, more dangerous, and filled with tension in a way that made even basic exploration feel risky. If you want depth, danger, and dignity, Lorerim is S tier, and easily my favorite Requiem list. NGVO is not a traditional mod list. It's a graphical and performance enhancer. There's no real content, no new systems, no gameplay tweaks. It's just better graphs and a fresh EMB if you really break it down. It's a great foundation for those who want to build their own mod list and build on top of it. In fact, Rovaan, another mod list on this list, uses it as its baseline. But as like a standalone experience, hard pass. Straight to F tier for this video. Aldrnari is Skyrim if it was viewed through the lens of a Norse horror film. It's cold, grim, and incredibly cohesive. Combat is deliberate, exploration is dangerous, and visuals are cinematic. Even vanilla quests feel heavier here. The mood, the world design, it reframes Skyrim's story into something darker and more deliberate. If you want something intense, immersive, and stylish as hell, Aldrnari earns its A spot. Rovaan is that mod list you find by accident, try out of curiosity, and kind of enjoy. The exploration focus is refreshing. Quests aren't the stars. It's about walking, wandering, and wondering. Some of the custom world space design feels like it's on the verge of greatness. You can see the potential, it just hasn't fully matured yet. But the systems don't always support the ambition. If it gets more polish, it could shine. And it does have an update coming out soon. But for now, C tier. Winds of the North is modding in moderation. It adds AE content, Simon Rim mechanics, and some visual polish, and that's it. No big swings, no new factions, no overhauls. It's good if you want a gentle step up from vanilla, but if you're expecting Skyrim 2.0, you'll forget you installed it by hour 5. D tier, for now. Fahluaan. Fahluaan is Skyrim, but with better taste. It adds new content, quests, dungeons, armors, without pushing immersion too far. I appreciated how it weaved in Simon Rim mechanics without overcomplicating things, a rare balance that kept the game feeling clean. Think of it more of like a very curated DLC expansion. If you want just more Skyrim, this is a safe bet. B tier. Dinoksetiid is what happens when Alduin wins. There are no towns, no NPCs, just undead, ghosts, and dread, and a faint whisper that says, "You shouldn't be here." It's experimental, eerie, and genuinely unnerving. This was the modlist I mentioned in the intro. It's a really cool concept, but it's not quite fully there execution-wise for me. It's fun for a little as I like pseudo Souls-like, but you won't stay in this modlist long. But you will remember it. D tier, only for the brave. Librum. Librum is Skyrim for people who think the problem with survival games is that they're too forgiving. Everything hurts. Fast travel, gone. Enemies respawn. Healing takes forever. And magic is rare. So rare, in fact, that you have to craft every single spell you want to use. Which gets very tedious. And I'm still not entirely sure how to do it. There's even an undead resurrection system, which sounds cool until you realize your hard-fought dungeon clear resets after you leave. If that sounds appealing, go wild. Everyone else, you'll be back at the main menu by level 5. D tier. Wunduniik is pure nostalgia in 4K Ultra HD graphics. Same quest, same world, same story, but it's sharper, smoother, and more responsive. It doesn't add new factions or story arcs, and that's deliberate. If you want Skyrim, not Skyrim 2, that limitation becomes its strength. If vanilla but fixed in every way sounds appealing, Wunduniik fits. B tier. Nolvus V6 is the modlist equivalent of a private server, huge, custom, and curated. Visuals are stunning, combat is responsive, and new content is everywhere. Even the install process is smooth once you learn how to use their custom modlist installer. It even includes multiple difficulty modules depending on how punishing you want the game to be and feel. This isn't a hobbyist list, it's a full-blown Skyrim remaster. Top of S tier for me. Tempus Maledictum is chaos in zip format. There are quests, bosses, realms, relics, mechanics for the mechanics. It doesn't really follow a theme though, it just kind of follows vibes. I played this list like I was flipping channels on late night TV, weird, loud, fun, and completely unpredictable. That chaos is kind of its selling point, but if you're looking for a cohesive list, well, good luck. C tier, a junk drawer of fun, but a mess nonetheless. Halls of Sovngarde. I wanted to like this one. Requiem base, cool visuals, community shaders, but it ran like it was cursed. Crashes, stutters, weird lighting bugs, dialogue not triggering, which sucks, because the idea of a Requiem list with community shaders is exactly what I want and what I like. But in practice, at least when I played, this one just couldn't hold up. It felt like fighting the game and the mod list at once. If you want what this one offers with superb stability, go play Lorerim in my opinion. F tier, sadly. Nordic Souls is clean, simple, and smart. Modern mechanics, crisp visuals, balanced combat. No bloat, no edge. It's also remarkably safe to build on. I modded on top of it mid-playthrough without breaking anything, and that alone deserves respect. If you've never tried a mod list before, this is honestly where I'd probably send you. A tier. If you're new to mod lists, or you just want a smoother starting point, there are 3 standout picks for new players. 1. Gate to Sovngarde. It is as close to vanilla Skyrim as you can get while still feeling modern. Nordic Souls, which gives you the smart balance improvements without overwhelming the game. And if you want the truly modded Skyrim experience that shows you what Requiem can do, I'd say Lorerim is your best move. Each one delivers a very different feel, but all 3 are accessible, stable, and genuinely great places to start. My personal picks. After all that, which ones do I actually enjoy playing and play on the regular even outside videos? Lorerim, because ruthless and fair. And when you finally win, it means something. But if you don't want that kind of intensity, Gate to Sovngarde is the best Skyrim but better list out there. Gives me that feeling I used to get when I first played Skyrim way back in 2011. So, that's my list. 16 of the best, strangest, and most ambitious Skyrim mod lists you can play in 2025, ranked by polish, difficulty, creativity, and how likely they are to make you uninstall the game forever. Let me know what you've played or what I missed, especially if it's weird, broken, or strangely brilliant. I read everything. And yes, I do install most of what you suggest, even the cursed stuff like Cursedelica. And if you want me to actually try to beat one of these or suffer through another unhinged install, let me know. Subscribe. that journey's coming next. And thanks for watching, and of course, happy modding.